Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to learn about the turtle module in the Python. So, turtle module in Python is basically for the graphical representation. Let's understand what is the purpose of this module. So, turtle model in Python is used for the graphical representation. You can see here in one of the screenshot, this is the graphical representation. So, using this turtle model, we can create multiple or different kinds of graphical representations. Prerequisites for this module is that TK interface package should be already installed. So this module can be used for understanding basic Python concepts as it provides graphical feedbacks. So what happens is when we are creating these graphical representations, that time we might be going to use multiple for loops, while loops on some basic conditions. So for that understanding, if you are a programmer who are starting or basic learning, so they can go ahead and use this class. The main objective of this class is that it gives you a feedback right away, so that way whatever changes you are making, you can see the changes graphically represented. Now let's go to the demo part. So to work on this Python module, we have to use import turtle as t. So here we are going to import this turtle module. Then all we need to do is just that t dot shape. So this shape is a class of this turtle module, is a function of this turtle module where we can give the multiple shapes. We can give the circle, we can give the, right now we are going to give turtle as a shape. Now let me execute this code. Here we can see a small turtle which is visible here, right? So this is how it works. We can give a some different shapes as well. There are some other shapes available. Let me try here circle, and let's run this code. Here you can see the circle. You can see here one more line which I have added is the t dot main loop. So this will make sure that the console will be available until I close it manually. So if I remove this, right, if I remove this, it will stop working. Like the result will come and screen will disappear right away. You can see here process finished with exit code 0. The reason is because we have not added. If I add this main loop, now if I execute this code, you can see that the screen will be visible unless until I click on the close button. So this is the purpose of adding this main loop here. Now let's go to the our original code. So you can see that t dot shape will give the shape which we want. I will put the turtle original one, and now I want to add the size because the turtle's size was very small, so I can give shape size here, and I'll provide one size right now. And let's run this code. Here you can see the turtle size now has increased and is coming more bigger. Okay, now the next we can see is t dot forward, and here what we are going to pass is what my turtle should forward, like how many distance it should forward. So if I provide here 10, let's run this code. Okay, since I have to give the shape size a little bit smaller because otherwise it won't be visible to us, and forward I will give this 100. Let me run this again. Okay, now you can see here one line is drawn by this turtle, which is of 100 distance. The problem here is that it's going very fast, so we are not able to see how it's working. So what I will do here is I will change the speed of this turtle. So we also have a function called speed, and here I will pass value 1. and the distance I will increase a bit so that we will be able to see it. Now you can see how it's working here. Let me rerun this. Okay, I'm executing this code and now we can see how turtle is moving forward. Okay, now let's understand with this given function how we can create a small rectangle here. So now we know that t dot forward will move the turtle 100. Now I will change this degree of this turtle by, so here I will change this degree of the circle, and here in the t dot left I can give the angle. I'll give this angle as a 90 because for the rectangle or to create any of this square we need to provide this value as a 90 because the angle will be of 90. This after having this 90 again it will go dot forward 100, and again I will have this t dot left to change it into 90, and then again I will be having t dot forward to 100, and then t dot left to 90. Let's see how it works. I'm executing this code. You can see here now here we have not completed t dot forward 100, and that is why it's not coming here. Let's add that line. So if I dot t dot forward 100 and if I run it again, you can see the turtle is completing his whole square and we are getting the square. So these are the two functions we learned, t dot forward and t dot left. Now can it be possible to do with the with the for loop? Okay, let's do that. I'll remove this. I can just do here for I in range 4. So in range 4 all this I need to do is that t dot forward and then t dot left. I'll remove this remaining ones and let's try it now. Yeah, see, with the for loop we have done this. So this is how you can learn your basics of Python as well. You can implement, you can do whatever changes you want to do and you can test it. So this is one way. Now instead of doing all these 3 lines of code, can I do it in a single line? Yes, we can do it in a single line. So I'll tell you how we can do it in a single line here. We have one more function in the turtle, that is t dot circle. So here in the circle we have to give the radius. So I will put some radius here. Right now I'm putting 100. Then we have seen, right, it is going we if we let's first try with the 100 how it works. So here you can see the circle is getting created by this turtle. Now we see the circle is completed. I'll just increase some pane size so that it will be visible properly, and I will pass pane size as 20, and let me run again. Okay, now it's visible and you can see how the turtle is completing the circle. Instead of providing the circle, we have one more attribute here, steps. So in the steps you can give how many angles you are looking for. So if I pass the steps as a 4 and run, is going to create square. You can see it here. Now the only problem here is the starting point is 0 0, and that is why we have this circle in a we have this square in a diamond shape. Instead of 4, if I pass 3, it is going to create a triangle. Let's see. Right, so we can see that how this changing value of step is creating a different shapes for us. Okay, now let's create something else. So here I'm creating for I in range 100. Okay, for I in range 100 we are going to create circle. Okay, and I will remove the steps because we are just going to create circle with radius 100, and let's run this code and see how what happens. So this is taking lots of time. Let me just change the speed of this turtle. I'll change the speed to 100. Okay, and now one more thing here is that instead of creating with the radius 100, I will provide the value as a I. Okay, and let me run it. Okay, I will change this shape size to 1, t dot circle I, and then okay, we can see that it's getting increased. Here we need to add one more function, that t dot left, which will change the angle of the circle by 30 every time. Now if I run this code, what you can see is one graphical representation. Okay, now this, let me just remove this shape size, sorry, pane size to 1, and let me run this code now. Okay, now you can see here how nicely it is creating some graphical design. If I want to give some color, then all I need to do is t dot color, and here I can provide any color. I'll provide here red. Let me run it. You can see now the design is coming into red color. If I want to change the background, all I need to do is t dot bg color, and here I can give black. Let's run this code again. Now you can see that the design is visible. So these are the way how you can create your own designs. You can change these for loops, change it some conditions, and test it again. Now if you want to go to the particular positions, you can also use this t dot go to. This will give you changing of this x and y position. Right now by default it is with the 0 0. Let me change it to some other value. Here I have added two different loops. Now first it created with the red color. Now the design is coming with the green color with the different x and y positions. So here I changed t dot go to, where x is 120 and y is 120. That is why the second loop is coming into the different position with the color value as a green. So these are the few basic functions you can use, and you can try multiple things. Now coming to the original point where we wanted to create our design like this, which is shown in the images. So right now we will create a new program to create this kind of graphical image. So here I will put import turtle as t, then we will be having t dot bg color as black, because we can see that our background is of black color. So here I will pass black. Okay, so this will create a background with a black color. Now the next thing we are going to do is that t dot fill color as a yellow, because we can see that our image has an yellow color inside, and we have a pane which is of red color. Let me show you that image one more time. Here you can see, right, the background is of black color, then we have this lines with the red color. We can change the pen color to red, and then we have to fill color as an yellow. Now let's do it from our original program. So here I will pass t dot color as red. Okay, so now we have all this color done. The next thing we will be going to do is the speed. We will decide the speed. So we will be having t dot speed as 10. So my turtle speed will be 10. Now I am going to, there are two different functions. When we are using this fill color, we need to use that t dot begin fill. This will start the beginning, and this will not perform this operation unless and until you add this function as a end fill. So if you have this end fill included into your program, then only t dot begin fill will work. Okay, so now inside, before complete that, we also going to add this t dot main loop, so that we can see the created graphics here. Okay, so this is what we have. Now inside this begin fill and end fill, we need to add our logic. So the logic here is that while true will going to continue. This is while true is like a continuous loop, and we need to provide some statements which will make sure that this while it will come from this while loop, otherwise it will go into infinite loop. So next thing we are going to do is that t dot forward. So this forward will move our turtle to some particular distance, so I'm passing here as in 300. Then t dot left will create one angle, so that angle I'm going to pass here as in 170. And then we are saying that this movement of forward and left should happen until if until my actual position of my turtle comes as the same what it was. So here t dot position, so t dot position will give position of this turtle. So this t dot position should be less than the value of 1. I have to pass this dot position, and will work until this condition comes as a true. Once it comes as a true, then we will use this break function. When we use this break, it is going to break from this while loop. And let's run this code and see how it works. You can see here it is creating back and forth, and it has created this. Now we have this filled with the red color. Let's understand why it's happening. I think this is because t dot color red is coming next to the fill color. So let me add it at the top, and let's rerun this code. Now we are getting lines with the red color, and let's see the fill color. Fill color is yellow. So this is what our actual diagram, and yes, it is coming same as what we have decided. So you can try multiple functions in this turtle class and see how what are the different designs you can create, and it's a fun. Thank you.